Welcome to a belated but extended Briars Weekly Wrap. Last week's wet weather threw a spanner in the works, so we're bringing you all the action from the past 2 weeks. Last Saturday down in Campbelltown, our women's side faced the Campbelltown Harlequins, with both sides looking for their first competition points of the year. Neither side could get into rhythm early on, a week of rain creating a stop-start opening to the game. The Harlequins were kept at bay despite sustained pressure in our 22.
Through the back line now, trying to find a way through, and ball's been lost short of the goal line.
But eventually broke through.
They've got numbers here, they haven't counted them up.
Briars survived a very late scare to keep the score 5-0 at half-time.
Straight up the middle, towards the goal line. I think she's held up.
Shortly after the break, the visitors survived a yellow card.
Third time's the charm. It's a yellow card.
To score a try of their own right as the sin bin expired.
They do about a metre short. Where's the ball? There it is, coming out through their hands and looking for an overlap. Doesn't give it and doesn't need to give it.
An error just outside Briars 22 proved costly for the hosts. Our girls keeping the ball alive and putting Kira Barnes into the clear and Briars onto the scoreboard.
Bennett fends off 1, 2, nearly 3 players. Back inside with Swan. Swan out the back, Panapa. Barnes. Kira Barnes straight through the line. Kira Barnes straight round the fullback. Into the 22. Good night. Takes it all the way.
She converted her own try to put us within 5. Unfortunately, that's as close as we could get, with the Quins keeping the pressure on and pinning us deep into our own half before denying us the losing bonus point with a try on the bell.
In the near corner.
Our women's double feature ends with our game against Souths at St Luke's Park North in round 4 on Saturday. Briars spent the early stages in their own half but held strong, keeping Southern Districts at bay until the Rebels walked the tightrope to open up the scoring.
There somewhere, and it's a great pop pass outside. And Jeffries will bring it around.
The rest of the first half was a stalemate, despite South's best attempts to extend the lead beyond 5.
And it's another penalty at the breakdown against South. Oh, and this will be a march as well.
Shortly after half-time, Southern Districts extended their lead to 10 with a try against the run of play. Briars got back onto the front foot from the kickoff, pinning the visitors up against their own goal line.
3 defenders holding onto her.
But a perfect defensive read brought an intercept and a coast-to-coast try for the Rebels.
To Barnes, intercepted, and they're not going to catch her. Coast-to-coast Southern Districts.
Try as they might, Briars just couldn't find a breakthrough in the final 20 minutes. The final score 17-0 after the tight contest. Briars men's sides hosted our first home match day of 2025, welcoming UNSW to Rothwell Park. With the sun shining, Briars opened the scoring within the first 3 minutes.
Intercepted by the Briars here, still no exit, and Briars will get on the board first.
Former captain Ash Walsh turning back the clock to take a 14-0 lead within 13 minutes.
Pick and drive into the 5, and still with it, the Briars towards the line. Try time.
As clouds covered Concord, so too did UNSW's attack, striking back with a try.
Go outside again to Jake Humphreys.
And another try right on half-time to get back within 2.
And through the hands, Connor out the back and did well to find the handle. Connor again wraps around the outside, and I think that's the 14, Oliver Marnie.
A long-range try halfway through the second half put the visitors in the lead.
And you would think at some point some of these Briars and UNSW guys might try and get involved in the play rather than having a quick cuddle. This is play on here, and it's about a 7-on-1. The ball's left behind. Patrick Connor. Connor's still with it. Fends away and for the lead.
With the remainder of the match played between the 22s, the final score stayed 19-14 Uni, a losing bonus point only for the men in gold, yet to beat UNSW in 4 meetings.
And out they come onto Rothwell Park, the Briars' first homestand of the season.
Our thirds found themselves under immediate pressure, with UNSW scoring in the opening minutes.
Run straight into a defender.
Keeping us pinned on our own back fence, we held strong.
Inside ball to Victor Tyack for the line. Held up outside to Hamish Gunn, and Stewart was levelled after he passed the ball. And held up again.
But eventually the breakthrough had to come. The score 14-0 at half-time.
Knocking on it, on the stripe and well over it.
The second half wasn't much better for our threes. UNSW extended the lead quickly.
Shuffling ball outside, and they've got the overlap, and that's the third.
Before Briars struck back with a beautiful long-range team try. Jacob Griffin plating up a meat pie for Corey Ross.
It's a good pass, and it's going to put Corey Ross untouched, who's going to look to bring it around.
The comeback was short-lived, though. UNSW sent the ball deep into Briars territory.
There is no fullback at home, and now Corey Ross, who just scored a try at the other end, is going to have to get on his bike.
The ensuing 5-metre scrum bearing a bonus point try for the visitors.
He can go blind side and over the line, and there it is.
Briars hit back with one of our own, this time Ross assisting Griffin.
With the runner, and the Briars are going to find an overlap here.
But the score remained a 14-point win for Uni.
The Briars will fall a score short of a losing bonus point. Colts, and
a good start against Petersham in the last hit-out showed promise for our Colts, still looking for their first competition points of the season. Uni started with a 5-pointer.
Eventually gives it outside to Gibson Egan, just one to beat. It's a good pass. And UNSW will eventually ground this.
But Briars wasted no time in striking back through Josh Estwick.
Estwick looking for space. They still haven't tackled him. Well, it doesn't get much simpler than that.
Chaos at the back led to another try for the visitors.
He's going to need his support now. Misses him on the pop pass, and now throwing this ball around without checking their mirrors.
With another one on half-time, seeing us trail 17-5 at the break.
They find the overlap here, Uni. And it's a strong carry, a strong run. Does he get the try? He does.
We came out of the sheds and closed the gap to within a try. Jordan Gartside shaking off 6 defenders from close range.
Gartside still with it. Slung around, played it to himself over the line. Try time, Briars!
Before Charles King went long range, setting up Estwick for his double and tying the game.
Beats one man, beats two, beats three. Trying to beat four. Does beat 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to run out of fingers to count on. King brought down with a great legs tackle. Pops it up to Estwick! Try time, Briars!
It wasn't to be for our Colties, though. UNSW breaking down the far sideline and claiming their bonus point.
Meters beyond where it was thrown, and here's Gibson Egan. Gibson Egan streaking away. Gibson Egan to take them right back into the lead, and it's a fantastic finish in the corner.
Then denying ours with 10 to go.
And they're looking for that massive gap and overlap through the hands, and they're going to find another one.
The final score 29-17. It was another positive step for the Colts against last season's runners-up, but leaves us still yet to register on the competition ladder. Our Stockdale Cup side were looking for their first points as well, up against a Uni side that dominated St Pat's in round 1. Uni started where they left off.
Just about held on to it here. Attacking opportunity for the students. Short of the line this time. They won't be able to stop him.
Taking a 12-0 lead into half-time.
Now they look to find this overlap on the open side. Short ball, that was flat, and the referee's okay with it.
Our seconds got back to work after the break, however. Isaac Chaffee's kick return, setting up Corey Ross for another try.
Goes to no one, they fall for it. Inside, keeping the play alive, Corey Ross. Ross over the 422-metre line. Corey Ross for the post. Try time!
But UNSW were too good, playing to the conditions and scoring a third try midway through the second half.
Plenty of touches of the Gilbert, and here they go for the corner.
The bounce of the ball never seemed to favour us.
And it's off the side of the boot. It lands in field and runs even worse. Stripe. And they're still looking for a bonus point try here. Well, that one's going to be called deliberate.
And the visitors kept the lead through to full time.
And please welcome out the home side, our Briars!
With Anzac Day the day prior, both clubs observed a remembrance ceremony prior to kick-off.
We will remember them, lest we forget.
The visitors further silenced the 1918 with an early try after desperate defence kept them out.
Possession. No, they're not. It's a knock on. Kicking through Keppel, looking for the numbers outside, and they find it.
It was another nightmare first half for us. Uni securing a bonus point within 35 minutes.
Robertson has support inside him, and here they go. They find the gap, and Jackson Lopesi giving chase. He can't bring the man down, and still with it. That pass is flat, but it's legal, and it's the number 6, Aiden Pellegrini, brought down on the 5-metre line, pops it up, and now moving through the back line, and this is another big problem. Aseri Bale in the 11, pops it inside, and again inside, Lockie Robinson. Robinson gets around his man.
But Poto Maake refound his form, scoring a 75-metre solo try over 2 phases.
Guts around Ganai, has to get around Lockie Robinson, can't do so. Plays it to himself, must release the tackler, and still going Maake, still going Maake, still going Maake! Try time, Briars!
Last year's Clubman of the Year, Adam Muderis, crashed over on the bell to close the gap to only 10 at the break.
Pops it inside, and it's try time.
An early stalemate in the second half was broken with a beautiful line-out play, putting Jason Huri in for 5 points.
Jason Huri for the line!
But UNSW wasted little time and re-established their lead minutes later.
And straight through goes Williams again, pops it up.
Briars later claimed their bonus point on the wing, but the damage had already been done.
There we go. There's a reply.
UNSW too good once more, winning 46 points to 22 in the end. Briars first off the duck, but still looking for their first win. We're keeping our fingers crossed for clearer skies this week. Our women's first 15 are off to Passmore Oval, heading up the M1 to take on the Hunter Wildfires at 11:40 on Saturday morning. Our Subbies sides will be at home, welcoming Sydney Irish to Rothwell for the first time since 2019 in round 4. We hope to see you all around the grounds this weekend, but until then, I'm Anthony Deep, and that's a wrap.